All right. All right. If you're joining on YouTube, welcome everybody. We're going to wait for a few more people to hop on. I know we have a bunch of people registered for this evening's broadcast. So I'm super excited to be coming to you just outside of Chicago. Take a moment. Let me know where you are coming from in the chat. We will get started in just under 60 seconds. So grab a notepad, grab a pen, grab some water, and we're going to get going. All right. Yeah, and any questions that you have for this evening, please put those in the chat as well. Great. I'll do this. We'll go here and here with the chat. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's get started. Well, hey, welcome everybody to Exercise for Life Secrets. Tonight, we're going to be discussing how to rebuild your aching body in as little as 6 weeks without changing your lifestyle. Now, my name is Charlie Cates. I'm coming to you live just outside of Chicago. I'd love to know where you're at, so feel free to write in the chat where you're tuning in from this evening. So quick disclaimer before we get into everything that we're going to be talking about tonight, all right? First of all, I'm going to be giving kind of the 10,000-foot overview of what everything says. Feel free at the end to take a screenshot if you want all the nitty-gritty details of each bullet point. So this first bullet point is saying that the testimonials and the results I'm going to be sharing tonight, I'm not saying that you're going to have the exact same experience, right? Because everybody's body responds to exercise somewhat differently, okay? Point number 2 is I'm not going to be making any claims to prevent or reverse any kind of health condition, either chronic or acute. I always want to make sure that you consult with your physician before beginning any exercise program as well. All right. Point number 3 is saying that by being here on this call, there we go. By being here on this call this evening, you're agreeing not to hold myself, my company, or any of our officers liable in any manner for implementing the information that we're going to be discussing this evening. So again, if you want all the details, feel free to take a screenshot right now. Otherwise, without further ado, let's get into the content. So I want to take a moment right now. And actually, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to imagine something with me for a moment, okay? I want you to imagine that it's 10 years from today. You are 10 years older than you are right now, okay? And I want you to imagine yourself feeling strong. I want you to imagine yourself feeling healthy. I want you to imagine yourself feeling fit, all right? Now, that feeling that you have in your body right now, the person that you're seeing in your mind right now, here's the thing. The only things that are going to get you there are your daily actions in following the right system with your daily actions. All right. You're not going to get there by pills. You're not going to get there by surgeries. You're not going to be getting there by relying on everybody else to do the work for you. The only things that will get you there are your daily actions in implementing the right system to follow with your daily actions. Now, here's the thing. I know you can get there. I know you can be the person that you are feeling in your body right now, okay? You just need the right system to follow day in and day out. So open up your eyes because we're taking it back to 1976. All right. 1976 was the year that this man, Dimitrian, became the oldest person ever to run a marathon at 98 years old. Now, since that time, there have been multiple people in their 90s and even one person over age of 100 who have completed a marathon. All right. Now, here's the thing. Personally, I don't have much interest in running a marathon whatsoever, and you may not either. That's besides the point. All right. The point here is that this guy and so many others like him did not buy into the story of like, oh, I'm just getting old. All right. They didn't believe this idea, and you don't have to either. Because guess what? There's a way for you to maintain your health. There's a way for you to maintain your function. There's a way for you to maintain your strength long enough that you can do whatever it is that you want to do at any age. Now, for myself, I saw this clearly demonstrated by my dad and by my uncles and by my grandfather, all right, who even as I got older and older every year, continued to do all the things in life that they wanted to do. I mean, on the left here, we have a picture of my dad and myself, my brother, hiking the Grand Canyon. My dad was 52 years old. He hiked it twice, rim to rim, twice in 2 days. That's nuts, okay? And on the right, we have a picture of my uncle who in his mid 60s biked over 200 miles in a single day. That's crazy, right? And for my grandfather to celebrate his retirement in his mid 60s, he hiked the Appalachian Trail. I mean, so I saw this so clearly demonstrated to me from an early age. And this is what I aspired for myself as well. This is what I wanted in my life too. But the problem was by 24 years old, my body was completely broken. I had constant pain, constant tightness all throughout my body to the point where I couldn't wake up in the morning and take a step out of bed without the entire right side of my body tightening up from my foot all the way up to my neck. All right, every single evening, I'd have to fall asleep with ice packs all strapped to my joints because my body was so aching and sore. Not only that, but my blood sugar levels were all over the place. So much so that I got some blood work done, and my doctors had a very serious sit down conversation with me. And they said, Charlie, look, if this doesn't change, you're going to lose your eyesight. If this doesn't change, your kidneys are going to fail. If this doesn't change, you're going to lose your feet, which meant that everything that I was envisioning for my life, that I was seeing for my future, it wouldn't be happening. But the problem was that everything that I was being told to do, everything that I'd been taught to do as far as like how to maintain and improve my health, it was just making me worse. Constant pain, constant tightness throughout my body every single day, blood sugar levels all over the place every single time I'd exercise. The problem was I didn't know what else to do. I was doing all the things I was being told, but everything was just making me worse. And there didn't appear to be any way to stop this. Then I had this idea of like, okay, well, wait a second. Exercise is supposed to be making me healthy, right? Like at a very fundamental level, exercise is supposed to be making me healthy. So what if instead of focusing on my performance with my workouts, instead of focusing on trying to lift more weight or run faster, jump higher and all that stuff, what if I just focused on building my health with my workouts? So I enrolled in advanced courses and I got accepted into grad school to really focus and to learn exactly how exercise actually goes about improving health. Well, the challenge I kept running into was exercise had only been taught to me the way the mainstream fitness industry and the sports performance worlds do it, right? And so what I was learning in these advanced courses and my grad school courses is going against everything that I've been taught, everything that I previously believed in, and everything that my identity was wrapped up in, being an athlete and being, a strength coach and everything like that. So I had to leave all those beliefs. I had to leave that identity behind and figure out not only like who I was, but what I believed in, what I stood for. The other issue is that it was really hard for me to exercise in this way. I was so used to doing exercise that made my body feel worse. The whole notion of exercising and actually feeling healthier after, like it was so foreign to me. I didn't have a system in place to be able to do this repeatedly. And I was trying to figure it out, but it was still in the works. It was such a trial and error process with it. But after about 12 months of kind of tweaking and refining and finally figuring out like something that I could do repeatedly for myself, that's when all the pain went away. That's when all the tightness went away. That's when I was no longer sore during or after my workouts anymore. My joints felt great. I didn't have to fall asleep with ice packs strapped to them every night. And what was super cool is I could still perform at a really high level, meaning even though like I wasn't focused on my performance, I was just focused on my health, I could still perform better than I ever had. And what was really cool was that my blood sugar levels completely stabilized. In fact, I got my blood work back and the results came back the best they had ever been. Now, here's the thing. This system that's helped me regain my health has helped so many other people build their health and function as well. People like my client Lori, who when she first started coming in, she told me, you know what, Charlie, I know that I need to be exercising, and truly I want to be exercising, but the pain throughout my body is just, it's keeping me from doing so. But within a relatively short period of time, like she was actually able to exercise consistently. She came in and said, Charlie, I'm able to walk like throughout my week on a consistent basis. I'm able to do my resistance training a few times a week on a consistent basis. I can feel myself getting healthier. I can feel myself getting stronger every single time that I exercise. Now, what's crazy about this is what took me 12 months to figure out how to do with myself, she was able to do within 6 weeks. Can you imagine what it'd be like to experience that rapid of a change with your body? And it was largely through implementing the systems that you're going to be learning today. So here's the thing. I want you to understand what we're going to be covering today, because the system to rebuild your health in as little as 6 weeks has been proven by hundreds of people just like you. And tonight, I want to show this system to you as well. All right, here's the thing. It is my firmest belief that the system you need in order to rebuild your body and health in as little as 6 weeks is exercise for life. Now, at the end of tonight, I'm going to be making you a very special offer. Okay. So we're talking all about exercise for life. And so this offer that I'm going to make you tonight, it's going to give you every single thing that you're going to need in order to exercise for life, in order to rebuild your body and health in as little as 6 weeks. And for those of you that are here with me live, I'm also going to have a free gift for you. Okay. I'm going to put in the chat the link at the very end where you can go and you can download my best-selling book for free because you're here with me right now. So just stay until the end and I'll put that link in the chat for you. Okay. So here's the thing. Every single one of you right now, you are just one workout away from feeling stronger, from living healthier, and from functioning better. The health you want, the body you want, the strength and life you want, they are a direct result of how you are exercising. And exercise for life is the key, you guys. Now, you might be wondering, okay, well, what is exercise for life? Like you keep bringing it up. Well, let's start with something you may be a little bit more familiar with, all right? So question for you. Do you like pizza? See, in my house, Friday night is pizza night. So we love pizza, okay? We're definitely fans. But I want you to imagine a world with me where the only pizza that's ever served is anchovy pizza. And the only places that it's ever served are an all-you-can-eat place where you have to eat as much as you can. So think about this world for me for a second, all right? If that was all that you knew, if anchovy pizza was all that you ever knew, would you feel like, oh, this pizza thing? Yeah, I'm not really into pizza. I don't like anchovies. And maybe you do like anchovy pizza, but with the only place you could ever get it was a place where you had to eat as much as you could, would you maybe think to yourself, yeah, you know what? I don't want to go eat there because every time I do, I just leave feeling lousy. See, this is how so many people feel about the mainstream fitness industry, where they're either like not into exercise at all, or if they are into exercise, they're like, you know what? I do like the workouts that the mainstream fitness industry provides, but honestly, I can't do them that frequently because every time I do, I just end up feeling lousy. So here's the thing. For all of us exercisers, we can't just expect to eat at the all-you-can-eat anchovy pizza joint every day and expect that we're going to feel well, we're going to feel healthy, right? We have to be smarter. So we need to exercise in ways that will consistently build our health and help us feel well, and that in ways that we can keep coming back to day after day that do not burden our life. And exercise for life is exactly how we do this. So exercise for life is kind of like having a personal gourmet chef who will cook you like whatever you want, whenever you want, and the food will always leave you feeling well and wanting more. Now, that sounds pretty great, right? So here's the thing. There's a couple ways to learn how to go about exercising for life. There's the easy way and there's the hard way. Now, the hard way is what I had to figure out on my own all those years ago. All right. It involved like traveling to advanced courses. I was on an airplane twice a month, flying all over the country for this. Okay. Enrolling in grad school, getting the research papers from grad school, extracting the applicable information, applying it to my own workouts, seeing how it made my body feel, going back to the research, getting more info, then taking what I thought was a system, applying it to my clients, realizing where the errors were, going back to the research, back to myself. Trial and error and tweaking, refining over a decade and a half of this, and tens of thousands of dollars spent every single year. But after 15 years, I finally figured out the hard way to exercise for life. But because you woke up, because you showed up, because you're here with me right now, I want to hand deliver you the easy way tonight. All right. Doesn't the easy way sound better now? So here's the thing. My goal this evening is to teach you how to become free from the mainstream fitness industry so you can actually understand the systems that you need in order to exercise correctly for your body, allowing you to consistently and sustainably build your health no matter what is going on within your schedule. And I'm going to teach you some secrets that you can start applying immediately to help you do just that. Now, those of us who have learned these secrets and use them within our workouts, we call ourselves exercisers. And tonight, I want to invite you to become an exerciser with us. So there are 3 secrets that you need to know in order to exercise for life, all right? The first secret is a one way of exercising that builds your health long-term that the mainstream fitness industry does not want you to know about. Secret number 2 is the only thing that you should be focusing on with your workouts if you want to be healthy. And why avoiding this will actually set you up for injury. And secret number 3 is the easiest way to get your workouts in consistently without using trainers or apps, no matter how crazy busy your schedule is. So you might be wondering, like, what do each of these mean and how do we actually go about applying them? So let's dive into secret number 1. All right. Secret number 1, again, the one way of exercising that builds your health long-term that the mainstream fitness industry does not want you to know about. So, excuse me. So for me, all growing up, exercise was all about sports. It was about like external performance, again, bigger, faster, stronger. But the problem was that every single time I'd exercise, my blood sugar would go through these massive swings where I would drop down low and then I'd spike high and I'd stay high for hours. All right. And, constant pain, constant tightness all throughout my body. So I'd feel terrible with every workout. And the truth of the matter is, like, it's not just me that this is happening to. In fact, every single year, the average American spends over $1,800 on systems from the mainstream fitness industry that are either outdated or that look cool, but they're just gimmicky. They're just flash in the pan stuff that actually leave us well short of our goals. Okay. So I knew for myself that something had to change. Something had to change because at 24 years old, what I wanted at that moment in my life was to feel strong and to feel fit and, to be able to feel athletic and do the things I want to be uninhibited by my body. All right. But long term, I knew the things that I wanted was to be able to dance with my future wife and to be able to play with my future kids and ultimately to not be a burden to my future family. Well, here's the thing is sometimes when I'd exercise, I noticed actually that my blood sugar wouldn't change at all. And in fact, it'd be really stable. And interestingly enough, like these were the times when my body would feel and function its best during and after my workouts. So I thought, okay, well, what if I exercised in ways where my blood sugar didn't change at all? Like I just focused on doing those workouts. And that's when I realized that there's actually 2 types of exercise out there, but the mainstream fitness industry only tells us about one. All right. So what we are told that we need to do by the mainstream fitness industry is what I've come to call exercise that uses your body. But as exercisers, what we actually need to be doing in order to build our health and function is what I've come to call exercise that builds or rebuilds our body. Now, from the outside looking in, these may look, hardly different at all. But within your body, like how your body's responding, how your body's feeling and functioning, these 2 types of exercise are polar opposites. So what I've found is there's actually 3 variables that need to be considered to determine whether or not you're doing exercise that uses your body or exercise that builds or rebuilds your body. All right. So the first thing that you need to consider is what are you focusing on while you're doing the exercise? The second variable to keep in mind is what is the goal that you have of doing each exercise? And the third thing is there any kind of relative comparison to yourself or, to other people or another team that you're including with the workout? Now, when I would keep these 3 variables in check and I would gear them towards doing exercise that was building or rebuilding my body, that was when my body would feel and function its best. And honestly, it felt like I'd be operating an entirely new body. All right. So traditional exercise that uses your body. The focus of traditional exercise is on, when you're doing the cycle class, it's all external stuff, right? You're doing the cycle class and you're focused on the music. You're focused on what the instructor is saying. The focus of doing exercise that uses your body is all external. Likewise, the goal of doing exercise that uses your body is all external. I mean, it's to lift the weight up and down or to do a certain number of reps or to run a certain distance or something like that. Okay. And there's always some kind of relative comparison involved, either to, yourself, like, oh, did I hit my PR? Where are my weights compared to last time? Or to another team, do we score more points or anything like that? Okay. But as exercisers, how we do it differently with exercise that builds or rebuilds our body is while we're doing the exercise, the only thing that we're focused on is squeezing our muscles. All right. That's it. We don't care about anything else. We're just focused on squeezing our muscles. Then the goal of the exercise is simply to improve the health and function of our body, which means it doesn't matter the number of reps that we do. It doesn't matter the amount of weight that we use. Okay. We don't care about any of that. We just care about improving the health and function of our body. And finally, we'll leave all relative comparisons, aside. We don't care about those at all. What doesn't matter if we lifted more weight or less weight than last time, if we did more reps or fewer reps, where we ranked on the leaderboard, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is, did we improve the health and function of our body? And were we focused on squeezing our muscles through the process? Now, when I followed this system, all right, and I kept these variables in check, that was when all the pain, all the tightness left my body. Okay. That's when I was no longer sore during or after my workouts. That's when my joints felt great. Okay. My performance was still really high, but my blood sugar levels were the most stable they had ever been. But more than that, I got to become the husband that I always wanted to become. And I got to become that father that I always wanted to become. And I also had a shift in identity from that of being from being an athlete to being an exerciser, and specifically an exerciser for life. And it's not just me, y'all. Like I said, the system of doing exercise to build or rebuild my body not only has helped me, but this system has helped hundreds of people rebuild their health and function as well. Okay. And there's one secret as to why this entire system works. The big secret is that when you do exercise that builds or rebuilds your body, you can consistently build your health with every single workout, and you can keep coming back to your workouts. In other words, you can exercise for life. So when I would follow this system, when I would focus on squeezing my muscles, when I would, the only goal that I had was to improve the health and function of my body. And when I leave all relative comparisons aside, that's when my body would feel amazing. And it did not matter whether I lifted weights or was doing cardio. My blood sugar remained stable and my body felt amazing. Are you getting this? Because this is a huge point. I'm going to repeat what I just said, okay? It did not matter what I did. When I changed how I was doing each exercise, my body would feel and function great. So the question I often get right now is, okay, well, that's great for you, Charlie, but like, will this actually work for me? All right. So this works for baby boomers. It works for Gen Xers. It works for millennials. It works for Gen Z. It works for X athletes, competitive athletes, office pros, retirees, busy parents, serious exercisers, casual exercisers, non-exercisers, essentially anybody who's interested in exercising or who is currently exercising, doing exercise to build or rebuild your body. That's who it works for. So let me tell you about my client, Rich. Okay. Rich came in to see me. He said, "Hey, Charlie, you know what? I'm in my mid-50s. I love running. Like, if there's one thing that I could do consistently for the rest of forever, it would be running." I said, "Okay, awesome. What's the issue?" We said, "I'm used to running longer distances, half marathons, full marathons, stuff like that. But now it's like I can't even get a mile down the road without this pain in my calf creeping up. And honestly, it's keeping me from running, and this is crushing me." Because the one thing that I want to do is I want to be able to run. I've signed up to run a marathon in a couple of months. I don't even know that I'm going to be able to attend, let alone finish it. So, we started doing exercise to build or rebuild his body. And within a very short period of time, he was back out running like the calf was never an issue to begin with. Okay. Not only was he getting his distances, he was getting his times, but he was thinking about his workouts differently. And not only did he show up and start the marathon, he completed it. He ran a great time, and he immediately went and signed up to run a 50K. All right. Like, that's pretty awesome, right? Just by changing how he was going about doing his runs and thinking about his exercise, everything changed for him. Now you might be thinking, okay, well, that's great for Rich, but like me, I have arthritis. Like I have arthritis in my knees, arthritis in my shoulder. And so you'd be kind of like my client, Jim, right? Jim came in and he said, Charlie, look, I'm trying to exercise, but this arthritis in my shoulders, it's just killing me. Like I want to be swimming, but every single time I do, my shoulders just feel terrible. So we started doing exercise that built or rebuilt his body. And within a handful of weeks, he was back in the pool, able to swim. Not that the arthritis had changed, but his body's ability to do the things that he wanted to do had changed because his health had improved. And so he was able to get back to swimming and do so consistently. Or maybe you're like my client, Nancy, who came in and said, Charlie, you know what? I babysit my grandkids on Mondays. I love my grandkids. But oh my gosh, it takes me Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to recover from babysitting them all day. Like, I'm exhausted. So we started doing exercise to build or rebuild her body. And within a very short period of time, she was able to keep up with her grandkids and not feel like her health was being sacrificed. Let me just disable this real quick. I'm realizing for an hour. All right, great. I have this blue light blocker on, and so now I'm looking orange, and now I'm looking less orange. All right, awesome. Or maybe you like my client Christoph, okay, who had never exercised before, and he went to see his doctor, and right when he turned 50, his doctor said, "Hey, Christoph, you know what? You've never exercised before, but you need to start exercising because if you don't, things are going to get really bad for you really quickly." So Christoph came in and said, Charlie, I've never exercised before. I have no idea what to do. I have no idea what to expect. So we started doing exercise to build or rebuild his body. And a few months later, he went back to his doctor with a follow-up. His doctor said, Christoph, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever it is, keep it up because your body's looking great. All right. So here's the thing, whatever it is in life that you are wanting to do, whatever your experience with exercise is, whatever your current conditioning level is, doing exercise to build or rebuild your body can help you keep doing those things and help you keep feeling healthy, keep feeling strong. Is this making sense? So that's secret number one, exercise that builds or rebuilds your body, which is the only way of exercising that will build your health long-term. And the mainstream fitness industry does not want you to know about it. All right. Now, right now you might be thinking, okay, like that sounds cool, but I don't know that I could actually do exercise to build or rebuild my body. Like, I don't know that I have the technical know-how to go about doing this. All right. So hang tight because secret number two is going to help address that for you right now. All right. So secret number two is the only thing that you should be focusing on with your workouts if you want to be healthy. And actually, why avoiding this thing will set you up for injury. So just quickly, in your mind, I want you to answer this question for me, all right? How many of you believe that your workouts are perfect for your body? Meaning you feel healthier, you feel stronger, you know exactly what to do every single workout and how much of that thing you need to be doing, all right? Because if you're like most people, you're going to answer no to that question. That's completely fine because we're going to change that no into a not yet because secret number two is going to give you a huge piece of the puzzle to help you do just that. All right. So remember, exercise for life is kind of like having this personal gourmet chef who will cook whatever you want, whenever you want, and do so in a way that the food always leaves you feeling well and wanting more. And the results of exercise for life are like having this body armor that you get to walk around in 24/7 and do whatever it is that you want and not have to worry about the toll that's going to take on your body. Okay. Whether it's running a half marathon or doing something you haven't done in 15 years, like go water skiing or, roll around with the floor or roll around with your kids on the floor, have them climb over your neck for a couple hours on a Sunday and, wake up the next morning and feel just fine. All right. Well, here's the thing. After I figured out how the systems of exercise for life for myself, that's why I could teach others these systems as well. And one client that is particularly helpful for was named Cindy. All right. So Cindy, when she first started coming in, she said, all right, I got to be honest. Like I've exercised my whole life, but I haven't exercised at all the last year. Okay, like why'd you stop? So, well, I got to this age where, I just started feeling achy all over and I just could only think, well, maybe, I'm just getting old. Maybe it's just like, there's no way to help this. So I just decided to stop exercising. And, I've exercised my whole life, but now I just feel like I'm getting old. So I want to start exercising. I tried actually getting back into it, but things are just worse than they were before I stopped. So they are worse than they were over a year ago. So, okay, cool. So we started doing exercise to build or rebuild our body. And honestly, within a really short period of time, like a few weeks, she's like, okay, I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling fit. I'm feeling healthy again. I feel confident, like I can do whatever it is that I want to do. right? So that's pretty cool, right? That's pretty sweet, because here's the thing is these systems that we use to help her exercise to build or rebuild her body with exercise. These are the exact things that we're going to be teaching you to do as well. Okay. So here's the thing, back in 2012, that's when I was only focused on the external stuff with my workouts. All right. That's when I was focused on, the weight and the reps and, everything else. That's all I cared about when I work out. But remember, this is also when my body would, like not feel, this is when my body was at its worst. All right. My blood sugar levels were all over the place. Well, then I met a man named Tom Purvis, and Tom introduced me to this idea of focusing on squeezing my muscles while I was doing my workouts. Now, not only did this shift change how my body responded to my workouts, and it also kind of changed like how my blood sugar responded. But I noticed that like my body was not aching, my body was not sore. But the problem is that I didn't have a system in place to do this repeatedly. Remember, I was so used to like my body feeling beat up and everything like that after I worked out that this was really hard for me to do. So after practicing enough, I finally figured out a simple system that literally anybody can follow in order to focus on squeezing their muscles while they're exercising. It's a system that I call prioritize contraction over motion. All right. So there are 4 steps that you need to know in order to prioritize contraction over motion. Step number 1 is what I call rev the engine. Revving the engine is like when you're at the stoplight and you're like, okay, you're not actually moving anywhere, but your engine's turning over. Okay. So with revving the engine, you just want to focus on making that mind muscle connection and just squeezing your muscles. Once you got that mind muscle connection and you're squeezing your muscles, step number 2 is to move slowly. Okay. Keep that focus on the contraction and just start to move slowly. When you're moving slowly, you want to make sure that you're trimming the ends of the motion, which is step number 3. So you're not going to go slow all the way up. You're actually going to stop a little bit short on the way up and stop a little bit short on the way down, because you're just focused on squeezing your muscles, which leads us right into step number 4, which is to imagine your muscles doing the lifting while you're doing the exercise. All right. Instead of thinking about the weight or the dumbbell in your hands or anything like that, you're just focused on squeezing your muscles, imagining that your muscles are doing the lifting. Now, isn't that easy? Like those 4 steps are all that it takes in order to consistently prioritize contraction over motion. But you might be wondering, all right, well, prioritizing contraction over motion, like, will this actually make a difference? How will this help me exercise for life, right? Well, it's kind of like if you've ever sat down and put on a TV show and opened up a bag of chips, and you're watching the show and you're just eating. And by the time the show ends, you look over and you realize that you ate the entire bag of chips. And you think to yourself, what just happened? Why do I feel so lousy? Right? Like, has that ever happened to you? I mean, I know it's definitely happened to me. Has it ever happened to you? Be honest now, okay? So here's the thing. Why does this happen? Why do we eat the entire bag of chips when we're watching the show? Well, we were able to do so because we distract ourselves with the show. So we're not able to pick up on like exactly when our body's telling us, oh, no, like you've had enough. We don't pick up on those signals. We don't pick up on those cues. So imagine instead of distracting yourself with the show, like you're savoring every single chip, like the crunch and the spices and the salt and, the flavor of it all. Okay. Imagine that's what you're trying to sense with every single chip that you're eating. How much do you think you would eat then? Maybe like a third of the bag, a quarter, like way less than the whole bag, right? So here's the thing. With prioritizing contraction over motion, it does the same thing for your workouts. Not that you end up doing like way less, but you're able to understand when your body says you've had enough. So your exercise actually becomes appropriate for your body because you're not distracting yourself with all the stuff, with all the things going around you. All right. So exercise for life, remember, is like having a personal gourmet chef that will make exactly what you want and to eat at every single meal, and do so in a way that will leave you feeling well and wanting more. All right. And the results of exercise for life are like having this body armor that you get to walk around in 24/7, doing whatever you want and tolerating the stress of life. And prioritizing contraction over motion is a huge piece of this. So you might be wondering, okay, well, what exercises does prioritizing contraction over motion work for? Well, it works for your upper body exercises. It works for your core exercises. It works for your lower body exercises. It works for your cardio exercises like cycling and running. It works for exercises like yoga and Pilates. Literally any single exercise that you can think of, you can utilize this principle of prioritizing contraction over motion, and your body will feel better and you'll get better results doing this. All right. And isn't this great? Because this system completely frees you from the fear of not knowing how to do any single exercise, because you understand how to do it correctly for your body by paying attention to what your body's telling you. Now, let me tell you about my client, Carme, okay? Because Carme came in and she said, I've always been active my whole life. I've been a personal trainer. I've been a group fitness instructor. And so I've always been around exercising. Okay, awesome. So what's the issue? So, well, now every time I work out, my shoulder just bugs me. Like it flares up. It hurts. So we started implementing this concept of prioritizing contraction over motion. Started implementing these systems with her, and understanding, teaching her how to tweak her own workouts to make sure she was prioritizing contraction over motion. Within a handful of weeks, not only was her shoulder feeling great, but she was feeling like her old self again. She's like, you know what? I thought, for a while, like I wouldn't be able to continue my career in fitness, but now not only am I able to continue it, but my 22-year-old daughter, she's struggling to keep up with me. All right. So she completely turned things around super quickly, just simply by implementing this system of prioritizing contraction over motion. Like, are you seeing how important this is? Well, right now you might be thinking, okay, well, that's great for others. But again, like, will this work for me? So there's two questions you need to be able to answer in order to know whether or not prioritizing contraction over motion will work for you. So the first question is, are you exercising or are you wanting to exercise? And the second question is, are you wanting the workouts that you do to build your health, to increase your performance, or to improve your physique without feeling achy, beat up, or sore? Now, if you can answer yes to both of those questions, then yes, prioritizing contraction over motion will absolutely work for you. So let's prioritize contraction over motion, which is the only thing you should be focusing on with your workouts if you want to be healthy. And why avoiding this thing will actually set you up for injury. Are you guys getting this? See, this is huge, right? This is the exact system that you need to follow in order to build or rebuild your health and body with your workouts. All right. Well, by now you might be thinking, okay, well, this sounds great, but like the biggest thing that I'm running into is trying to figure out how I can possibly get my workouts in my schedule. Like my life is slammed, and I get it. So hang tight, because secret number 3 will address that directly for you. All right. So secret number 3 is the easiest way to get your workouts in consistently without using trainers or apps, no matter how crazy busy your schedule is. All right. So I want you to imagine something with me for a moment. I want you to imagine that you pull out your phone, you go to your contacts, and the first person you call is your boss. And then you call your coworkers, and then you call your family, and then you call your friends. And you have the same conversation with each of them and say, hey, like, what's going on? I said, well, all the things that I have on my schedule, like all the commitments that I have, everything like that. I say, yeah, like, what about it? So, well, I'm just going to drop all of it. Like, I'm just not going to do any of it anymore. And like, okay, like, what are you going to do? Well, I'm just going to focus every single day on making sure I get my workout in. Like, none of us are ever having that conversation, right? Like, that's never happening. So we need to figure out how we can still get our workouts in consistently without upending everything else that we're doing in our life. Well, here's the thing. I used to travel a ton. I mean, from 2012 until the first couple months of 2020, I was on an airplane at least twice a month going all over the country. And in 2019, I was on 73 flights alone. Okay. So my schedule is always in flux, not knowing like when I would be able to get a workout in or anything like that. So, but I needed to figure out a way to make sure that I was able to exercise consistently. And I figured out there's a 3-step system that I needed to follow in order to make sure that I could get my workouts in no matter what. So the first step is to decide that you're going to exercise. All right. To decide means to remove or to cut off all other possibilities. So when you decide that you're going to exercise, that means that you remove the possibility of not exercising, which means the only thing left is for you to exercise. Step number 2 is to start moving more throughout your day. Okay. Just getting up and moving around, doing what we call all the time exercise. What this does is it prioritizes in your brain that, hey, this movement thing, this getting up and being physically active, like this is an important thing. And your brain starts to look for opportunities to do that. Then step number 3 is to start to implement what we call little workouts. Now, little workouts are workouts that take 20, 25 minutes, sometimes less. It'll be cardio or resistance training, or sometimes a combo of both. It'll work your whole body. But there are 3 musts that need to be included with your little workouts in order for you to get them in consistently. All right. Must number 1 is they must be convenient. You cannot drive 20 minutes out of your way to get to a gym to do a 20-minute workout and then drive 20 minutes back and think that that's going to be sustainable long term. They must be convenient. Okay. Number 2 is they must be planned. You cannot show up at the gym knowing that you have 20 minutes to work out, but having absolutely no idea what you're going to do for your workouts. And so you spend the first 10 minutes dilly-dallying around trying to figure out what you're going to do that day. Okay. You need to know exactly what you're going to do from the moment you arrive. And must number 3 is they must be focused. Okay. You cannot be working out at home and hear the laundry timer ding and think, oh, great. Now I have an opportunity during my rest period to, go and fold some laundry, because you're going to eat up 3, 5, 10 minutes of your workout and your time is going to be completely shot. So they must be focused. They must be convenient. They must be planned, and they must be focused. Now, here's the thing. Most people do this system completely backwards. And this is why people feel like they have absolutely no time to exercise, because they start with the biggest commitment. They start by hiring the trainer or joining the gym or enrolling at the studio, signing up for the membership, downloading the app. They try to wedge this giant thing into their schedule where there's no time to begin with. And when they're not able to do that consistently, they're okay, well, maybe, I'll just start moving more throughout my day. But they're like, I don't really feel myself getting any stronger. I don't think I'm burning many calories. So, I guess just exercise just isn't for me right now. Okay. Like I see this all the time, you guys. So the order that you do this system matters. All right. You first need to make that decision. Yes, I'm going to exercise. And once you decide, then you remove the possibility of not exercising, which means the only thing left is for you to exercise. And once you do that, then you start moving more throughout your day and you teach your brain to prioritize being physically active throughout your day. And then step number 3 is you start to expand upon that physical activity and implement little workouts. All right. Now, who here just had an aha moment? Because this changes the game for so many people, especially when you feel like you have absolutely no time to exercise. So you might be wondering right now, okay, well, are little workouts like actually enough to help me, get to the goals that I'm wanting? All right, so I want to tell you a story back in 2020 when our boutique exercise studio shut down for 10 weeks. All right. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, we were not able to work with people in person. So we had to work with people virtually. And for 75 days in a row, we used this little workout system to help people exercise from their homes. And the things that they were saying, how they're feeling and functioning after those 75 days, like Trisha said, she felt like her strength and her physique improved. Okay. Linda said her energy improved. Lauren said she was more consistent with her workouts than she had been. Robin said that she had firm throughout her body, but she wasn't feeling sore. Cindy said that she was sleeping better. Nancy said that her frequency with her workouts increased. The bottom line is that utilizing the little workout system will not shortchange results in any way, shape, or form. So really the question is do you think that you could find 20 minutes at some point throughout your day to exercise? What about 15 minutes? Or what about 10? Could you wake up 10 minutes earlier and do a workout then? Or what about changing out the 10 minutes you find yourself scrolling on your phone throughout the day and instead utilize that time to get a workout in? Because if you say yes, I can do that, then the great news is you already have the time to exercise. The next step now is just making sure you get it in. Isn't this cool? With just one switch with how you go about thinking about your workouts and structuring things, you can make sure that you're able to exercise consistently no matter how crazy busy your schedule is. Well, look, we've been going for a little bit over 40 minutes now. And before we move forward, I do have a question that I want to ask you. Okay. So what if you just followed the 3 secrets that we've taught today? All right. What if you just did workouts that were building or rebuilding your body, during which you prioritize contraction over motion and you fit it all within the little workout system? Do you think your health would improve by doing this? Like, what if you did these things for an entire year? Now, you might be hearing the story of people exercising with us 75 days in a row and think, there's no way that I could exercise that consistently. So, what if you didn't exercise like every day, but 5 days a week? Or what if you did 3 days a week? You worked out, you took a day off, you worked out, you took a day off, you worked out, you took 2 days off. Do you think that's something you could do? What if you did that for an entire year? What would your life be like 12 months from now? What would your health be like 12 months from now if you worked out 3 days a week every single week for the next year? Would you be able to move throughout your day without aches and pains? Would you feel fit enough to be active with your spouse on vacation? Would you not have to worry about what your doctor would say during your next visit? Or maybe you wouldn't have to go to your doctor as frequently because your health was looking so good. See, a lot of times we feel like, well, in order to be successful with exercise, I need to be perfect with exercise. But the truth of the matter is, when it comes to building your health, perfection is not part of the equation whatsoever. All right. What matters most when it comes to building your health with your exercise is your consistency with your exercise. So let's take a moment right now to recap what we've covered today to help you do just that. So remember, there are 3 secrets that you need to know in order to exercise for life. Secret number 1 is exercise that builds or rebuilds your body, which is a one way of exercising that builds your health long term that the mainstream fitness industry does not want you to know about. Secret number 2 is prioritizing contraction over motion, which is the only thing that you should be focusing on with your workouts if you want to be healthy. And why avoiding this will set you up for injury. And secret number 3 is a little workout system, which is the easiest way to get your workouts in consistently without using trainers or apps, no matter how crazy busy your schedule is. Like, these are the keys, you guys. These are the things that you need to know and implement day after day in order to exercise for life. Now, honestly, who here is feeling pretty motivated right now to get up and get moving based on what we've talked about today? Or maybe you're feeling like this and like, wow, that was a ton that we covered. And it's totally understandable because we covered a lot, right? But here's the thing, there's only so much that we can cover during our time together. But I don't want to just leave you here because you need to know how to implement everything that we talked about today. You need to know like how to actually go about utilizing the information that we covered in order to change your health long term. And so you may be feeling like you are left with these pressing questions like, okay, well, how do I go about making sure that I'm doing exercise to build or rebuild my body? How do I keep my focus on prioritizing contraction over motion? Like, how do I know what to do with my workouts when I'm doing the little workout system? And so because of how frequently these questions have come up, I've actually created a brand new training to help you answer them once and for all. Okay. Now, the entire reason for this training is to help you get the results that you're wanting for your workouts, to rebuild your health and rebuild your body in as little as 6 weeks without having to change your lifestyle, and to do so through exercising for life. So would you mind if I took about the next 15 minutes to tell you about what this training is and how it can benefit you? Okay, awesome. So it's called Exercise for Life Secrets. All right. And Exercise for Life Secrets will give you the exact systems that you need to rebuild your body and health in as little as 6 weeks. So you might be wondering, okay, well, what do I get when I sign up for Exercise for Life Secrets program today? Well, the first thing that you're going to get when you sign up for the Exercise for Life Secrets program is Exercise for Life University. Now, Exercise for Life University is where you're going to learn how to become that personal gourmet chef for your own workouts. So you know exactly what you need to do for your body and do so in a way that leaves your body feeling well and able to come back to it day after day. So remember, I used to work out all the time, but my body was left broken because of this. And it wasn't until I changed how I exercised that my health and function actually started to change. And Exercise for Life University is going to teach you exactly what you need to know in order to do this. All right. So what you'll get in Exercise for Life University is specific lessons on how to go about assessing your body, how to decide what areas of your body you need to exercise, how to connect with the areas of your body that you're wanting to work out, and how to keep your focus on that mind muscle connection all throughout your workouts. Okay. So maybe you're like my client, Kevin, and Kevin came in and he's like, you know what? I'm trying to exercise consistently, meaning I'll exercise for like 2 or 3 months in a row, But then I always find that I injure myself and I have to take a month or two off. And this was his cycle that he would go through year after year. And it wasn't until we started implementing what you're going to learn in Exercise for Life University that he was able to start making those decisions on his own about how he needed to exercise for his body. And for over half a decade now, he's able to stay consistent with his workouts through utilizing this information. All right. So everything you're going to get for free when you sign up for the Exercise for Life Secrets program today is unlimited access to Exercise for Life University. Now, if you hired me outside of this call to teach you everything that you're going to learn within Exercise for Life University, it would cost you nearly $3,000. But you're going to get it all for free when you sign up for the Exercise for Life Secrets program today. So learning about how to exercise is great, but we all know that we only get to improve our health with exercise if we actually do the workouts in the first place. All right. So the next step to make sure that we're able to get our workouts in, and even with a crazy schedule, is implementing exactly what we discussed in secret number 3, because that is the most consistent way and most efficient way to get your workouts in. And that is the little workout system. But the question is, okay, well, how do we go about doing this? Well, how do we make the decisions about what we need to do every single time we work out? So the next thing you're going to get with the Exercise for Life Secrets program today is the MAS Home Workouts Bundle. All right. And so with this Home Workouts Bundle, you're going to get to follow along as my wife and I guide you through little workouts that you can do from your living room as we do them from our living room, with over 150 video guided workouts that can all be done using minimal equipment and under 25 minutes, including the exact program that we use to help people exercise from their homes for over 75 days in a row. So what you're going to get in the MAS Home Workouts Bundle, you're going to get resistance training workouts, cardio workouts, recovery workouts to make sure your body stays feeling well, mobility workshops to make sure that your body stays moving well as kind of mix of cardio and resistance training for those times when you're really tight on time. Okay. So maybe you're like Lauren, and Lauren has 4 little boys, and she has a small business that she's running. So her world is just nuts, right? Well, even with everything going on in her world, she was still able to get her workouts in for those 75 days in a row, utilizing the little workout system in the exact program that you're going to get in the MAS Home Workouts Bundle. So everything you're going to get for free when you sign up for the Exercise for Life Secrets program today is unlimited access to Exercise for Life University and unlimited access to the MAS Home Workouts Bundle. But what else can keep you from exercising? Like maybe it's not knowing what to do, or maybe it's not, the time thing or anything like that. But maybe you feel like, my sleep isn't good, or my stress, or, my nutrition's off. So actually what I did is I've gone out and I've got exclusive interviews with some of the world's leading experts in areas of sleep, relationships, meditation, breathwork, nutrition, and more. And I've bundled it all together for you in what I call the Holistic Wellness Secrets. Okay. And with this, you will get the answers that you are searching for whatever else may be blocking you or maybe stopping you from being able to exercise consistently. So everything you're going to get for free when you sign up for the Exercise for Life Secrets program today is unlimited access to Exercise for Life University, unlimited access to the MAS Home Workouts Bundle, and unlimited access to the Holistic Wellness Secrets. But what if you have questions? Like, do you sign up for the program and then you just left on your own? Like, there's no way that you get any kind of mentorship or guidance. And the truth of the matter is I'm going to be with you every single step of the way, you guys. Every set, every workout, every rep, I'm going to be there for you. And any questions that you have, we're going to do a live broadcast every single month where you get to get your questions answered. You can submit them ahead of time if you're not able to join live, or you can ask them live if you would like. And if you're not able to join live, you will still get the replays of them, not only of the ones that you're enrolled for, but of every single one that's already taken place as well. Okay. So everything you're going to get for free when you sign up for the Exercise for Life Secrets program today is unlimited access to the Exercise for Life University, unlimited access to the MAS Home Workouts Bundle, unlimited access to Holistic Wellness Secrets, plus the monthly Q&A calls and the replays. But like, what else? What if you're feeling like you need more guidance with your workouts, right? Like, okay, working out's home and great, but I want to work out at a gym. Like, I want to be able to use machines or dumbbells or, stuff like that. Okay. So what I've done is I've actually compiled 24 weeks, nearly 6 months of training templates for you. And I've put them all together, video guide and everything like that. So you know exactly what you need to be doing every single step of the way. And I've included within the Exercise for Life Secrets program as well. So everything you get for free when you sign up for the Exercise for Life Secrets program today is unlimited access to the Exercise for Life University, unlimited access to the MAS Home Workouts Bundle, unlimited access to Holistic Wellness Secrets, the monthly Q&A calls and the replays, plus the 24 weeks of workout templates. All right. A total value for this program is $11,620. Now, when you sign up for the Exercise for Life Secrets program, you will have the systems and the foundation to completely rebuild your body's health and function in as little as 6 weeks. And again, like if you hired me outside of this call to teach you everything that's going to be included, it would cost you $11,620. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be charging you $11,620 for this, but let's say I did. Let's say I did charge you $11,620. If all this program did was teach you exactly how you need to exercise for your body so you can be free of the aches and pains that often come along with aging, would it be worth $11,620? Or if all this program did was help you switch your mindset so you can consistently prioritize your health and well-being with your workouts and throughout your life, would it be worth $11,620? Or if all this program did was help you consistently get your workouts in so you can feel like a younger, healthier version of you even as you get older, would it be worth $11,620? So really, I had two choices, right? I had two choices on how to go about pricing this program. I could either price it really cheap and try to get as many people enrolled as possible. But the problem with that is it's really hard to provide that ongoing support that you're going to need in order to make sure that you are successful with this program. It's hard to continue to provide the monthly Q&A calls, get the interviews, everything like that when you're with a really cheap price point. So the other option is to make it valuable. And yeah, ask for a little bit higher investment from yourself up front, but be able to dedicate the time and the energy and the resources to put into the program to give you the tools to give you a better chance for success. All right. So really the question is like, what would success with this program actually look like for you? Would it mean being able to play with your kids or being able to play with your grandkids without aches and pains? Would it mean being able to be active with your significant other or take that trip that you've always wanted to be taking? Or spend time with your spouse long in the golden years? Because honestly, Exercise for Life is the key to all of this, you guys. So you can see why this would be a good deal, the Exercise for Life Secrets program, even if I charged roughly half of what it was worth at $5,500. But because you're here with me today, because you've showed up, because you stayed till now, you can get unlimited access to everything in Exercise for Life University, not for the value price of $11,620 or for half that for $5,500. But again, you can get unlimited access to everything in this program for one payment of $497. All you have to do is go to university.exerciseforlifemethod.com/yes. And I'm putting that in the chat right now. So you can just click that link in the chat. It'll take you right to the page. Now, here's the thing is a lot of times people feel like, okay, well, what about my spouse? What about my partner? What about my significant other? Like, I want to make sure that they're doing this with me too. And I want to ease all fears, all concerns with that as well. So what I'm including is what I call the healthy together is always better bonus, which means that anybody who lives in your household, anybody under the same roof as you, whether it's your spouse, your partner, your significant other, your kids, your grandkids, your grandparents, your in-laws, your parents, it doesn't matter. Anybody under the same roof as you, when you sign up for the Exercise for Life Secrets program today, they can go through the entire program with you absolutely for free. All right. And when you sign up, you go to university.exerciseforlifemethod.com/yes. Again, that link is in the chat. Just click on that. All right. You're going to get to an order page. All right. In the order page, you can have the order form. You're going to fill out your contact info. You're going to click the big green button that says go to step number 2. All right. Then you're going to choose your payment option. And then you're going to complete your order by clicking the big green button. And then you're going to get to the order confirmation page. And here you again click the big green button that says access to course now. This is going to take you to the login page for Exercise for Life University. This is where everything is housed for this program. So enter your email, enter a password, click create your account, and then you will be in. Everything everything's loaded up. Everything is all ready for you. All the lessons and modules of Exercise for Life University, all the workout templates, all the Q&A calls that have already taken place, everything as far as a home workouts bundle, you can access it all right there within Exercise for Life University, okay? All you have to do to get started is go to university.exerciseforlifemethod.com/yes. Now, you may be wondering, okay, well, is there any kind of guarantee with this? Like, what if I try and I don't like it? And I want to let you know that, yes, there is a guarantee. And that guarantee says that if for any reason you do not love the Exercise for Life Secrets program, just let me know within 14 days of signing up, and I will fully refund your enrollment fee. What this means is you get 13 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes to try out the programs, to go through the lessons, to utilize the templates, everything. You get to try out as much of it as you want for 13 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, and you can still say no, and there's absolutely no risk. You get your money fully refunded. And I tell you what, as a thank you for even giving it a shot, if you decide that's not for you, I'll even let you keep the 24 weeks of workout templates absolutely for free. That's nearly 6 months of training programs from me for you, absolutely for free, just as a thank you for giving this a shot. All you have to do to get started is go to university.exerciseforlifemethod.com/yes. Again, that's the link in the chat. So just click that. It'll take you right to the order page. So right now you have two choices, right? You can choose to do nothing. You say, hey, thanks for the last hour, Charlie, but like right now, this is not something that I want to move forward with. Okay. But here's the thing. You know darn well that you only get to rebuild your health and your body if you actually do something, okay? You can't just learn about exercise. You can't just hear about exercise. You can't just watch exercise and expect your health to improve. The only way that anything changes for you is if you actually do something. So the other choice that you have is to say yes to the Exercise for Life Secrets program. Pony up this super small investment to get started tonight and get everything that's included, unlimited access to everything within the Exercise for Life Secrets program. So one more time, everything you're going to get for free within the Exercise for Life Secrets program today is unlimited access to Exercise for Life University, unlimited access to the MAS Home Workouts Bundle, unlimited access to Holistic Wellness Secrets, the monthly Q&A calls plus the replays, 24 weeks of the workout templates, the Healthy Together is Always Better bonus, the 14-day money-back guarantee, a total value of $11,620 for just $497 today. All you have to do to get started is go to university.exerciseforlifemethod.com/yes. And again, that is the link in the chat. So click now and head there to get to that order form right now. Now, for everybody that's still here, again, I told you I'd have a free gift. So I'm going to copy and paste this link into the chat right now. And then you will be able to get your free copy of my best-selling book. Click that link. It'll take you right to where you can go to download my book absolutely for free. This is my gift for you for spending your evening with me tonight. I truly appreciate it. If you're not here with us live, if you're watching on the replay, then I'm sorry you missed out. You need to be here live in order to get this. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I truly appreciate your time this evening. I truly appreciate your attention. Look, I truly believe that your health is your most valuable asset, okay? And the single best thing that you can do to both boost and protect this asset is exercise, and specifically utilizing this Exercise for Life system, all right? This is the thing that's rebuilt my health, that's rebuilt the function of my body, has helped so many other people do the exact same thing as well. So if you're wanting this for you, you can get started tonight. All you have to do is go to university.exerciseforlifemethod.com/yes. Head there now. Order forms right there. You can get started with everything, unlimited access to everything for just $497. So, hey, have a fantastic evening, everybody. Again, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention, and I can't wait to help you